three signs of dysfunction in your relationships. The very first sign is actually a conflict between their disappointing behavior and the perception, your positive perception, the relationship. So what do I mean by that? That means that there's a conflict that's happening. They're disappointing you in their behavior. But because you have a positive perception of that relationship, you discard that conflict. When you discard the conflict, what happened? The problem with that is it becomes common. And what's common, you tolerate. And what you tolerate, you accept. So that's the first thing. The second thing is you conserve the value of your contribution in the relationship. You conserve the value of your contribution in the relationship. What do I mean by that? Well, you're looking at the relationship and you're committed to this relationship, but really, when you think about it, you may be committed for the time, the energy that you've invested in the relationship, your contribution. You're protecting the contribution in the relationship, even though the relationship is hurting you. So the problem with that, what you protect, you're going to defend, and what you defend, you're going to commit to as well. So that's another thing. That's another sign. Like, okay, I know there's all this craziness going on, but why am I so invested in it? Because you are invested in it. All right. The third sign is you correct their future behavior to match your expectation. You correct their future behavior to match your expectation. That drives you crazy because the future is corrected. They're going to do A, B, C. I know they're going to change. I know they are. So you're in love with the fact that they will change versus what they're giving you. So that's what I say. You correct their future behavior with your expectation. So that doesn't make any sense, right? But we do that. And the reason why we do that is because it helps us to control. We think we're controlling the outcome, but in actuality, we're not controlling anything, right? We're just being controlling, but not controlling. There's a difference. You could feel that I could feel controlling, but in actuality, I'm not doing it. I just come across controlling to people when I'm trying to correct their future behavior to fit my expectation. Three things that we can do in order for us to not only see it, but just kind of remove that dysfunction, or just check out see the dysfunction. The very first thing is we need to review their behavior with our positive perception. We need to review it. So what I mean by review it, we need to also rematch it, because you have an idea of what the relationship is and the perception, the reality and your perception. So we got to do some matching, okay? Maybe write down what is it that you think it is versus what it is. That's the first thing. The second thing, you want to redirect your contribution to your transformation. You want to redirect all the contribution, time, energy, and money that you've invested in that relationship towards your personal growth. Why? Because once you do that, then and only then, it starts with you. Then you could grab that relationship if you still want to work that relationship, and then you do the transformation there. Because you don't see something because you don't see something. You don't see the dysfunction in a relationship because you haven't maybe worked on you, right? Because remember, it's common, and what is common is familiar and usually comes from the dysfunction from our childhood. We recognize these dysfunctional behavior, and it matches what we're used to. That's why it's hard to uncommit to it. But we got to redirect your contribution to your personal transformation. Lastly, you need to realign your expectation with their current action. You need to realign your expectation with their current action. What do I mean by that? Well, again, you're expecting a lot of things, but they're giving you something. It's kind of like this. Imagine you have a soup and you're taking a fork to trying to eat the soup with a fork. Obviously, it's the wrong tool, right? But you're mad at the fork because it's not doing what you expect it to do, right? It's the same thing in relationships. Instead of just realizing the person is giving you what they're giving you, they're a fork, and that's not their function. That's not what they can't give you what you want, but you're frustrated and you blame them. It's like, no, choose a different tool or realize what you have, right? So again, and also lastly, if you don't realign your expectation with their current action, what it is you'll be blind to the destination of where the relationship is going. You're still going to be expecting the relationship to work out, but the destination is digging in somewhere. Well, thank you so much for watching my videos. Please do subscribe if you like the video, and please share it. And also click on the bell button there so you can be notified with any new videos that I come out with. Thank you.